Ilagan ni Ama, dan ni Anak, dan ni Espiritu Santo.
Tumunog na ang kampana, hudyat na ang misa ay magsisimula. Pero para sa bayan ng Sarat, ang tunog na ito ay higit pa sa paanyaya sa panalangin. Isa itong paalala na may mga bagay na nananatili kahit paulit-ulit ng yumanig ang mundo. Mahigit 200 taon na ang simbahan ng Santa Monica. Mas bata man ito kaysa sa mismong parokya, dala nito ang mga bakas ng paglipat, pagbabago at pananatili. Isang simbahan na hindi lang itinayo, kundi pinaninindigan ng panahon.
Well, the Church of Sarat itself is as old as 200 years. It is younger by a century than the parish. The parish was established in 1724, but the church is believed to have been constructed in 1815 when we transferred the site to this place called Conconig. This is Sitio Conconig, where we are now. And in this case, what is old in this church, the lamps are still original. The bricks, the walls are original. But of course, the roof is a later addition. The pediment of the facade is actually a later addition because in 1983, the earthquake of August knocked down the upper portion of the facade.
Hindi lang oras ang lumilipas sa simbahan ng Sarat. Lumilipas din ang lakas ng mga haligi. Sa sunod-sunod na lindol noong 2024, unti-unting nanghina ang estruktura hanggang sa hindi na ito ligtas para sa mga tao. Bagamat inaasahang matatapos pa ang pag-aayos nito sa susunod na 2 taon, pansamantalang lumipat muna ang misa sa hardin ng parokya. Hindi dahil iniwan ang simbahan, kundi dahil mas mahalaga ang kaligtasan ng sambayanan. Dahil ang pananampalataya, kahit walang dingding, patuloy na nabubuhay. Bago naging Santa Monica, may ibang pangalan ang simbahang ito. Bago naging Sarat ang bayang ito, may iba pang lupang tinubuan ng pananampalataya. At sa paglipat ng bayan, kasabay ding nagbago ang pangalan, ang patron at ang direksyon ng pamayanan.
The first time the name San Miguel de Conconig appeared was in 1815. And 1815 is very significant in the history of Sarat. That's the transfer of the present-day Sarat to where we are. Because according to some historians, Old Sarat was at the other side. If you've been to Nagrebkan, Sitio Nagrebkan in San Nicolas, there is a strong probability that that is Old Sarat because about 10 years ago, there were archaeological explorations in Nagrebkan. And archaeologists, with their scientific verification, they made a conclusion that there used to be a church that stood in that place. There were houses, also edifices, foundations of buildings.
Hindi hiwalay ang simbahan sa kultura ng mga Ilocano. Sila'y nagdadasal hindi para humiling ng yaman, hindi para magpagaling ng karamdaman o upang mapabilis ang kapalaran. Sila ay nagdadasal upang huminahon, upang makahanap ng liwanag sa gitna ng dilim. Dahil para sa kanila, ang pananampalataya ay nagsisilbing tanglaw para patuloy na gabayan at patuloy magbigay direksyon.
The purpose of the church is to establish the kingdom of God in the certain territory where it is located. So our purpose, the church, the vision of the church in Sarat, is to let the kingdom of God be reflected in the lives of the people of Sarat. So in this case, when you say kingdom of God, we envision a community that upholds justice, that upholds peace, truth, and love. So these are the characteristics of the kingdom of God. You can say that the kingdom of God is present in a certain society if you find justice, peace, truth, and love being upheld by the people. So we speak the gospel, we preach, and with the hope that this could permeate the individual lives, the personal lives of people. Because once there is conversion of heart, you expect that these values could appear among people, members of society. So that is our main task. We see how Ilocanos are very religious. Even in the in agriculture, you could see how religion has influenced farming. If you ask our farmers, our peasants, they would tell you before they start tilling the ground, they would do prayers and rites, all related to church prayers. Like they pray the Ivy, they pray the Our Father, and according to old folks, if they hear the church bells being rung at midday, they would stop and pray, and they all attribute to God the success of their crops, and also in daily undertakings. You could see how the church has influenced the development of people. If you go into most of the towns, you could see, even in Sarat, we follow a certain urban planning. We follow the grid style of urban planning. This is designed by the friars. If you look at it, the church in most of the old towns are placed at the center of the municipality. And all roads, if you observe it, they all lead to the church door. And even in the personal lives of people, like clothing, shelter, and food, there is a great influence by the church in the development of these basic needs of people.
Kung gusali ang tatanungin, marami na itong nakita. Kung tao ang tatanungin, marami na ring iniwan. Sa paggunita ng 300 taon, hindi tinatanong kung gaano kalaki ang simbahan, kundi kung gaano kalalim ang ugat nito sa bayan. At hanggat may taong handang maniwala, may simbahang mananatiling bukas.
Pope Francis of happy memory gave a special decree to the parish of Santa Monica through the Apostolic Penitentiary, declaring September 29, 2024 to September 29, 2025 as a year of grace. So people are encouraged and joined to come to the Church of Sarat and pray, do some devotional prayers prescribed in the decree in order to gain the so-called plenary indulgence. And that period, the period of grace, is we also called here locally as the tercentennial year. And every month, we made some commemorations. That actually, the tercentennial year is about the people of Sarat. The tercentennial year is about reviewing of our present situation, and we envision our direction from this point where we are in, on this 300th anniversary of the parish of Santa Monica, to envision a community that is united, that upholds love, that upholds justice.
Sa hinaharap, malinaw kung kanino nakaatang ang pag-asa. Sa kabataang handang magpatuloy kahit mahaba ang tatahaking landas. Sila ang patunay na ang simbahan kapag inalagaan ay may ipapasa pang apoy ng paniniwala.
Pope Francis of happy memory envisioned the church in its general sense to be synodal. When you say synodal, everybody is enjoined to participate in the life and mission of the church actively. So we follow the same vision. We envision the parish of Santa Monica to be synodal also. And in that case, we have to start by establishing unity among ourselves, love among ourselves, the cooperation among ourselves, and the interest of bringing the gospel, doing mission to all parts of this municipality. And what is good also, speaking of unity, when I arrived here last year, among my first acts was to look for the pastors from different Christian churches. Because how could we speak of unity? How could we speak of love if we ourselves, pastors from different churches, are not united? Because even if I hold majority of the people, I cannot do the task alone. It's time for us to be united, not necessarily becoming one church as one group, but at least we can have a confederation of the Christian churches. Because when the people see that we are united, I believe they could easily believe that Christ is alive in this municipality.
Sa Santa Monica Church ng Sarat, ang simbahan ay naging saksi sa paglipas ng panahon, sa pag-alis at pagbabalik, sa pagkawasak at muling pagtayo. Habang patuloy na tumutunog ang kampana, patuloy ding hinuhubog ang kultura ng Pilipino sa ugnayan ng simbahan at sambayanan. At sa bawat tunog nito, may paalala, ang pananampalataya kapag inalagaan ng tama, hindi kailanmay mawawala.